Hi everyone. I know we're like 5 minutes early, but I was ready to go and I'm like, well, I could sit here twiddling my thumbs for 5 minutes, or I could just go ahead and get started because we end up chatting for like 30 minutes before we end up actually coloring anyway, because I have fabulous time management. Anyway, so I was like, you know what? We're just gonna start 5 minutes early, so it's fine. So hi everyone, Nessa, Dominique, Jeanette, Linda, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so if you missed it last time, good morning. Community quilt is done, is finished. It's all up there, so we can take a look at it again later if you missed it. Hi, Mona. But it is all done. Other announcements during the day, looking at the sea from our camera. Oh my gosh, Jeanette, that sounds so relaxing. That's going to be us this summer. We've got the trip plan. Going to the Pacific Northwest again. It's going to be fabulous. But announcements we have, not a ton. So this one is done. Wow, and that is really bright. There we go. Part 3 is done. It's not up yet. The video is done and edited. I just have a certain order that I'm needing to release videos, but you guys get a little sneaky peek. So this one went up yesterday. Today, this video went up for the direct liquid ink Artex markers, which were actually really interesting to use. The way they dried, like, it's not completely flat, but I don't know, it's just got a different look than the acrylic markers. I really enjoyed it, but this one was from the Notes from Nature by Johanna, and it's got the little stand for it to go into. But I thought since I was doing such bright, vibrant colors, the I Grow More Vibrant Every Day was perfect for that. So if you missed that, that went up on Instagram and shorts and reels and all that good stuff this morning. And then, yeah, so part 2 has been posted. Part 3 will probably be posted in a couple days because I have a small little flip through that I need to post of this one because Better Day Books actually sent me this one, so I have to I need to prioritize the gifted stuff. But anyway, so the video will go up with a little flip through of this one, but we're coloring in it today anyway, so you'll get a little preview of that if you haven't seen it yet. Hi, Robin. And then next will be this one, and then I have this other one. But yeah. So that's really all the announcements I have. I have something that I'm working on, but it's a little like gonna take a little while, so there's not much I can tell you about that yet. Cece, hello. Good morning, Foggy. But like I said, Better Day Books, they were wonderful and they sent this out. Let's see, when did it arrive? Technically, I think it arrived on the 1st, but I didn't go and get it until the 4th-ish. Anyway, 4 days later, here we are, but I do have it. So I don't know if you guys have seen it or have done a flip through on it yet, but it's really cute. She's got like different sections. So she's got Magic Meadows, Royal Kingdom, Mermaid's Bay. I love that it's hardback. I like the foiling on the front. Question, actually, because now I'm curious, like as a whole, do you prefer, because obviously if you have hardback, it's hard to have it like laid flat. So do you prefer hardback? I guess the other ones would be paperback. I don't know. I like the sophistication of the hardback. All right. Hardback or paperback, coloring books. Like, are you willing, like, do you feel like a slightly higher price on a hardback is preferable just because, I don't know, like I said, I really like the hardback versions, but I know not everybody's the same too. So anyway, but yeah, it's all super cute. Like I said, I have a little mini flip through because I don't go through every page on the reel, but I do a quick little flippity flop, but it's really cute. So I was thinking about what to do because I definitely wanted to do a page in here. And I was just like, we haven't done skin tone in a while. So that's what I wanted to go ahead and work. You're working on a page in it? Nice. It really is, Jeanette. Crochet blanket border, nice. Working on a page. If I put your quilt on my... Yes, of course. Yeah. Instagram's got that really nice repost feature now. I just have to be careful sometimes because like I'll accidentally like repost a dog video and I've got to like untap it before it because I didn't mean to hit the repost one. Hi, Connie, how are you? Can you do a soft back with a hardback finish? How do you do that? A soft back with a hardback finish. Well, now I'm curious. Can you give me a book example so I can see what it's like? Love my hardbacks. Hardbacks, artist, lay flat version, if available, even a higher price. Yeah, see, that's the same for me. I was talking to someone about it the other day, and they were saying they did like the paperback, but I was just like, I don't know. I feel like having like high quality illustrations with a hardback like ups the sophistication of the books. Now, granted, I know Johanna's aren't hardbacks, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if she sold hardbacks, like I would snag them. I have one that's like a French version of a hardback, but it wasn't like I think it's just put out by the French publishers. But yeah, 100%. I am right there with you. All right, well, that's good to know. I was curious, like, if anybody was on the same page with me. I feel like it really, yeah, exactly, Mona. I feel like it really helps to set them, you know, classify them as an adult coloring book, and it's not, you know, like, not that there's anything wrong with Disney color books. I have, you know, the Thomas Kincaid one, but I'm like, I feel like it separates the adult coloring books from the children's coloring books, you know? Because a lot of people, if they have no idea about adult coloring, you tell them that you do adult coloring, they look at you like you're a crazy person. I'm like, I'm not crazy. I just like color. Leave me alone. Hi, Kara. Hi, Dee. In case I want a frame page, easy to take out of the book. What if it was a hardback with perforated? And hi. What if it's perforated pages? Like my ideal, I think, would be perforated pages, hardback, single-sided. I think that would be my ideal. But pencils we're going to be using today are because they were a wonderful birthday present from Durban, and I have been enjoying them so much. Nessa, yes, exactly. Oh, mix the two would be different. Oh, okay. Push spiral bound or glue bound? Glue bound, yes, but also thread bound. Glue bound and thread bound. Like, we all know, what was it? It was World of Flowers, wasn't it? Johanna did just glue bound. And how many pages? Like, so many people were upset because their pages, like mine came out too. That would be the trifecta, yeah. Now I get into love. See, that's what I'm thinking. I feel like that's the perfect happy medium. Worry about using water in my heart books as well. Don't want to ruin them. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I iron mine, but also, like, I don't know where I put my, inklings. Like I had one page where I ironed it, but I ironed it weird and I creased it in the middle. I was like, oh, that wasn't helpful. But so for the Small Victories episodes, the page that we're doing right now, I have been using the Derwent Drawing Pencils and I absolutely love them. I got started in the Dragon Spell book. I haven't had a chance to get back to it yet because I've been working on stuff. But I was like, this seems like the perfect opportunity. We haven't done skin tone in a while and it's a new book. So let's go for it. We'll probably introduce some of the acrylic markers to lighten some of the lines. Otherwise, I'd probably use like paint on the lines. Now I did do one thing before we got started because I wanted to change the shape of her lips and just a slight thing on her eye, just a little bit, because I'm going to be going for slightly more realistic. So what I did is I took just a little bit of my gouache. Hi, Dawn. Soft back, spiral bound, they're easy for me to color my lap. That's fair. That's fair. I used just a little bit of my permanent white gouache and I just brought in her lip just a little bit and then redrew the lines. And then I just brought in a little bit on her eye because for the look I'm going for, that's what I was preferred. So soft back. Oh no, I already read that. Sorry. Anyway, so for her skin tone, we are going to do a mix between African and Indian. I want kind of like that darker skin tone. I mean, it's really easy for me to do the lighter skin tones because that's the tone that I see most often, so the colors pop into my head easier. But I always feel like if it's not something I do often, it's a really good challenge. And I've been pretty happy with how they turned out. So, you know what I really like too? I like Hannah Carlson's with like almost the fabric on top. I think that's really cool. Come on, open up. And then Steve had gotten me this case also for the pencils. So I am loving them. As I'm using them, I'm swapping out the ones that are from the smaller sets. I gotta make sure this is on repeat. The ones that are in the smaller sets that I have, and I've been just, this is the black here. I have the black over here. So some that are shorter, these are ones that I want to use up before I dive into the full ones. So some of these. So for her color, let's do... pull out the chart here, and if you need a chart, you can find this one. This is, which one did I do it on? Did I rearrange this one? No, this one's normal. Anyway, you can find this one on the website. Shannon, hello, how are you? So anyway, this is on my website for free download. But for the colors of her skin, I want to go with a nice warm tone. So we're definitely going to start with her face today. But let's go in with Chocolate 660. Aren't you guys proud of me? We're jumping straight in. It's like 10:05 and we're already picking our colors. It's crazy. Thank you, Shannon. Okay, so chocolate, we're going to get dark brown. Ooh, while we're doing this, those of you that are on Instagram, did anybody else, and I know it's just not me because there were a lot of people that confirmed it, but I'm curious for you guys, did anybody else, we're going to grab Woodland, have a sudden dip in their followers? Because I did. And I messaged someone else who was a coloring person, and they had posted a picture and they thought it was because everybody hated their picture, so they took it down, but it was really Instagram did a bot clean out, and I think inactive accounts or whatever. I've been tracking my followers pretty closely on Instagram because I'm really close to hitting 30,000, and it's just a personal goal. I'm excited about it or whatever. So it was before I had posted anything for the day. Shannon, Warm Earth. And all of a sudden, like, I had refreshed it because I had hit 29.6. And I'm like, sweet. And I even screenshotted it, right? I screenshotted it because I was sending it to Steve because I was excited. We're going to get brown ochre. Yes, yeah, that was it. That was it. Let's see, brown ochre. Oh, there it is. Anyway, so I refreshed and suddenly I dropped like 100 followers. And I'm not going to lie. First, I thought it was a glitch and I'm like, okay, you know, it's fine. I'll just refresh a few times. We're going to get light ochre and wheat as well. So I'm like hitting that refresh and I'm like, oh my God, what happened? And then I'm thinking, wait, did I say something? Like, did I do something wrong? Did I offend anyone? Oh my God, did I get canceled? Like, I just, for like that 60 seconds, I was panicking. I'm like, what did I do? The same as the ChromaFlow. I'm not entirely sure because I don't have a full set of the ChromaFlow, but I think these are all pretty unique colors because it's known for its kind of muted color palette. No, not 100% muted, but it's kind of like toned down a little bit. Hi, Kenny. So yeah, I had a moment of panic until I quickly Googled it and no, Claire's was different. Oh, I felt so bad for Claire. Oh, thank you. Well, I never know, you know, maybe I've had some people leave like nasty comments before or whatever else. And it was the day Johanna had reshared something on my stories or on her story. So generally when she shares something of mine, I get a little boost in followage and it's fabulous. But all of a sudden it just dropped and I was like, what just happened? Anyway, I Googled it and there was a whole Reddit thread within the hour of when I found it. I'm like, oh, okay, it wasn't just me. It's fine. Lost about 100. Right? Yeah. When, like, you've been working so hard for that 100, like, I know if they're bots, it doesn't really count, but those numbers sure make you feel better. Then all of a sudden, gone. And you're like, oh, crap. What did I do? Anyway, needless to say, I probably really didn't need to panic all that much. And I was like, oh, okay, well, everybody else got hit with it, too. I love it, Shannon. I love it. That just means that all of your followers are real. Well, yeah. So on Instagram did a clear out of like bot accounts, inactive accounts, yada, yada, yada. And it just cleared out like 100 of it. And I was just like, so I just thought I was getting canceled. Like I did something horribly wrong. Hi, Sue. Yeah, so for Claire, I talked to her about it a little bit, but her YouTube channel got hacked. Her YouTube channel got hacked. And they had taken down her profile picture, and we'll go over the colors I chose here in just a second. They were deleting videos, and it's just like, you guys know, like Google and all of it, like it's a pretty faceless company, right? There's not really anybody you can talk to. Thankfully, someone was able to help her, and she got it back within a couple days. But I hear some of those stories where people will get scammed and hacked, like they're like, oh, you're going to go on a podcast kind of thing. And then through that, they end up getting hacked, and then it takes them months to get it back. Shit. No, I don't want to get canceled. I work really hard. Oh, same, Kara. She has put so much work into that. For years. Claire, speaking of Claire, we were just lamenting, and we were saying that we were all so worried and concerned and felt so bad that they hacked your YouTube, but thank God that was taken care of in like 2 days. I cannot even imagine. When I saw what you posted it, I was telling Steve about it, and I could just imagine if that had happened to me, I would have gotten that flushed feeling where you suddenly turn like hot and cold at the same time, where your heart is just like pounding. Like it would have sent me into such an anxiety panic spiral. That's why I was like, Mister, I'm like, oh my God, Claire, I'm so sorry. Bought a lot of fake followers to try and trick the algorithm for money. Wish they could do that. Oh, did they drop a bunch then? Oh gosh. Neck started tingling. Oh, that's that sheer panic that you drop into, right? Needless to say, I went through, I'm like, I just need to make sure I change all my passwords, make sure everything's good, because oh my gosh, you have worked. See, I didn't know that. Maybe that's sometimes I've tried to do the math. I'm like, okay, if I gain X number of followers in a week, how many years until I hit 100K? At the rate that I'm going, I will be much more gray than I am now before I hit 100K. I just got to find something to go viral, right? Oh my gosh, Michelle. Yes. Yeah. Changing passwords. Absolutely. Oh yeah, Claire, I was going to ask because a lot of people, I dropped like 100 followers yesterday. Did you get hit with any of the massive like follower drops when Instagram like cleared out bots and whatnot? Kicked me out again this morning. My heart sunk. I think it's everything that happened. No one was actively hacking. Oh, that's good. Yeah, maybe like it's like, you know what, Claire? Maybe on their end, sorry, I know I'm like, we'll get to coloring in a second. Maybe on their end, they tried to get back in, so they had to like temporarily like lock it or something, like they tried too many times. I bet you that's what it is, especially since you were able to get it back. Okay, so for those of you that are in here, we are doing Fantasy World by Emelie Öberg. This is her newest book. A bit surprising, not much engagement from my book. I was just like, again, I was like going through my list because I hadn't posted anything recently. You know, sometimes I'll drop a few. Like you have to look at your like gain versus loss. And like in this last like 30 days or whatever, I gained 800 and I lost 100 like naturally. So you like lose 100 over the course of a month. But in one day I was like, what did I do? Okay, so we're going to do this one because I felt like doing a portrait. But I don't try. Yeah, I don't usually pay too close attention, but I have been because I'm really close to 30K on Instagram. So I've been looking like every day. I'm like, ooh, 29.5, ooh, 29.6. And then I said, 29. What happened? I was like, oh, I just lost 100. Okay, that's cool. Anyway, all right. So colors we are doing today is the chocolate, the sepia red, the dark. Oh, you know what? What am I going to do? I have been keeping track in here. Balance for everyone, even the shy ones. Yeah, absolutely. The number of us contacting you means to very, yes, right? I'm really, yeah, it's super exciting. I am hoping for it to go through. Like, all right, so we're going to do, that's not episode 32. We're doing Fantasy World. Look, see, I already have the colors picked out for episode 4. I haven't finished it yet. 3 is done, but I haven't finished coloring episode 4 yet. All right, so Fantasy World, today's date is 5/8/26. All right, this is part 1. So we are doing, Yeah, honestly, it's been great because I'm able to go back if I remember to do it. That's why I'm like, I'm trying to remember to do it during the stream because I know other people find it helpful too. All right, so chocolate, sepia, red. Oh, and you know what I should do? We are doing the Derwent drawing. And then we'll probably use, trying to remember, my handwriting is atrocious. Yes, absolutely. Go follow Claire. If you haven't followed Claire yet, follow her. I think I have a command for her too. And if I don't, I should. Maybe exclamation point Claire? I should. Ooh, not that. I put a B. D-A-R-K Brown. Okay. Then we're going to go with light ochre. Light ochre. I'm sorry, shit. I'm sorry. Okay, warm earth. And this is my first time doing the skin tone with this bigger set of pencils. So I'm excited to see all the colors with it. Wheat. Rust. Okay, woodland. And brown ochre. Okay. So my handwriting is atrocious, but there we go. Oh, perfect. Okay, good. I was going to like, if I don't have a command for Claire, I sure as heck better get a command for Claire because that's ridiculous. Oh, actually, my little bookmark. I've been using this to hold the pages while I color in Small Victories, and I'm kind of like scared for someone to ask where I got it because I just got it at a local bookstore and I don't have a clue. I don't know if I have a favorite page yet. This was the first one that I really liked and it kind of grabbed my eye. It reminds me a little bit of like Hannah Carlson's a bit, but I was like, we haven't done skin tone in ages. Let's just go for it. So we'll probably use the black also at some point, but we're going to start with the chocolate. But yeah, so that was all like super intense. Actually, no, we're not going to start with the chocolate. I want to make sure I get some, like a little bit of almost gonna need to buy the book. It's great. I love it. I want to say it's like $18.99 or $17.99 on Amazon US right now. But it's so pretty. I just got a message from Better Day Books like, oh, hey, we sent you this. I was like, oh, okay, well, cool. So anyway, I went and got it picked up and I was like, well, we finished that Kirby page. So it's most definitely time to switch everything up. It's so funny doing this now. I am realizing it has been so long since we've done skin tone, right? When was the last time we did it? Can you imagine? Like, okay, we're done here. Let's zoom in a little bit because we are just focusing on her face today anyway. That way you guys can see it. All right, so now let's go in with the chocolate. And I'm just going super light. I'm not pressing hard at all because we are going to be putting a lot of colors on here. Just gonna kind of build up here. Hi, Miss Scones, how are you? We are starting a new page today. I wanted to dive straight in on skin tone for her. This is always like the beginning of it that's always a little bit hard because you know it's going to look awkward for a little while. I should probably do her neck and her ears at the same time. I always forget about neck and ears. But yeah, so that was my mini panic. But yeah, I told Steve, he's just like, so wait, does something happen at 30,000? I was like, no, it's just a personal goal I wanted to do. But that Kirby page was a nice kind of mix it up because we've been doing so much Johanna lately. Been working on next month's download. I'll be able to show you guys that here soon. I'm probably going to do, sometimes I do like coloring of it to showcase what the download for the next month is going to be. What is it, June? March, April, May, June. Yes, I have to go in order till I get it right. But so that will be June's download. So I'll need to film a video for that. Oh, right. Yeah. So we had rain come through just a little bit, but the weather report was saying it was going to be more, but we didn't get hit with nearly as much as everyone else did. I always forget to do the neck and the ears when we're doing this, so I want to make sure I include that. A little bit of shadow. But we're doing, it's end of the school year for the kids and everything. I think the one with the other color pencil, it was either Black Widows or Faber-Castell. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because I do, there's so many colors with Black Widow. It's great for that. I'm trying to remember which book it was. Well, either way, it was definitely time to do some, do you have Bermuda or Fescue? Are they pencils? I'm gonna say no. Partially because I know I don't, but also I don't know what they are. I haven't heard those ones. Okay, let's see. Let's do a little bit more here. We're gonna do a little bit here. Black Widow is your favorite greens. Yeah, honestly, ever since they came out with like their most recent set, I really feel they kind of fleshed out their colors. Oh, the grass. I don't actually know. It's not Oregon grass. I'll give you that much. It's thick and it's kind of pokey. I don't like to walk barefoot in it. Like, I miss Oregon grass. Oregon grass is like thinner and softer, and you could, like, it's one of those ones you could lay down in it and it would feel fabulous. If you can only have pencil collection, what would it be? Honestly, probably Prismacolor. While I do have pencils I like better than that, Prismacolor is open stock, they're more affordable, and they're very versatile. So yeah, if I could only have one, that would probably be it. Okay, I know it's really light. Again, we're building these up. So let's put that there. For our next one, let's go in with Woodland. The Holbeins. I haven't actually used those, but I will take, I've heard good things about them. Okay. This is all, like I said, this is all going to end up so much darker. We're just kind of mapping all of our colors in at the moment. Oh, perfect, perfect. Yeah, honestly, Prismacolors were my, I had still had some left over from when I was in college. And then when I started buying more, that's what I have. And in fact, these trays are what I got early on. I didn't have pencil cases or anything. This is what I had. And I still use it for my Prismacolors because I keep my fresh ones, and I've actually recently moved them over here next to me so that I can just grab them out when we're working on these ones. I have a lot of these because these are Deco Orange, and I had gotten lucky and had gotten a few of these. So some of them I have a ridiculous amount of. Like I have a bunch of, what was it, Cerulean? I don't know, I had a bunch of blues because of when Lost Ocean came out. I was like, I'm going to need a lot of blues, so I bought a lot of blues. The Woomers, yeah. Prismas for me, yeah, I totally get that. Oh, those trays, I actually have them in the description below. I think I have them listed under like pastel storage drawers because technically that's what those are. But yeah, they're 3 drawers and then it's got the little dividers. It's fabulous. All right, let's do here. Like I said, we're kind of just doing color blocking here. We're getting all of our colors in. Oh, Nessa, yes. Yeah, no, absolutely. That's how I got those. Way back when I was in a Facebook group and somebody in the Facebook group had said, hey, I found these metallic Prismacolors at this, it was this hole in the wall mom and pop shop in the middle of what, Colorado, Wyoming or something. So what I did is I called them up and I said, hey, I would love to buy those. Could you send them out to me? So yeah, I definitely jumped on that wagon. I was like, yoink. And so that's how I have some steel, I have some metallics, and then Catherine Potter, we did a pencil swap. I sent her some steel and she sent me some of her Deco blue pencils. So pretty, so pretty. pastel storage. I have 3 sets, but I think they are 4 drawers each, MAC pencils. Yes, that's me exactly. So these ones are 3. These ones are 3. And I don't even know if I have the ones listed or the original ones, but they're all basically the same. These ones are 3 drawers, and I have 4 of them stacked on top of one another. I'd show them to you guys, but essentially what it is I stacked them on top of one another. I painted the front of the drawers like a blue, and then I put a printed contact paper around it. So they're kind of like one whole set, but they're, you know, decorated. But yeah, they've been really nice. All right, here we go. It's like I want to hurry and get to the point where you guys can see that I actually kind of know what I'm doing. Emphasis on kind of. All right, let's see. Let's do... Like I said, I'm just trying to kind of map in our spots, and then we'll go darker. It's a big Ziploc bag full of Prisma. The shop never marks their items, so I go up to pay. She says $2. Oh my gosh. Did you get some awesome ones in there? Oh my gosh. Maybe I need to do that. I need to go thrifty more, see if there's some Prisma colors. I also need to look up to see if there's any actual thrift stores here. Like, I'd be nervous, like if their cores are shattered or something, but also it could just like warm them up, I suppose. Discontinued ones? Ooh, what were some of the discontinued ones? Gosh, first of all, I would stock up on so much Deco Blue, but also like any and all of the discontinued colors would be fabulous. Okay, let's see. Let's go here. Eagles and turquoises. Oh, that is so cool. So, so cool. She looks very splotchy right now. Adding as I should go. We've done enough like of the Hannah Carlson ones before that I kind of have an idea. And since I'm just going in light, a lot of this is adjustable because like obviously I'm not burnishing it at all. But it's kind of just the same thing I follow even when I do like, you know, like blue skin or green skin or whatever else. However, you can pull up and you could even like do your own face depending on the skin color that you're doing. Like you could position your face, like take a picture, like set up for a selfie. Like what is she? She's kind of looking here and then there we go. And then looking to the right, see if I were to take off my glasses. Then you could look at the camera like she's looking and then take a selfie with that in the lighting that you want. Now, granted, this is kind of blown out. Oh my gosh. Without my glasses, I can't see, but I also look way older. This kind of blown out, but with your phone, you could take the picture with the light that you want, and then you can see where it lies. Now, obviously, I don't have as striking a shadows because I've got lights all around me, but... Ah, no worries. Hi, Carol. Mandatory water restrictions. 2 inches. Yeah, hopefully that helps. Okay. Do a little there. Portrait, yes. Thanks. Okay. I do feel a little rusty, though, because we haven't, I mean, it's been so long. But still outside, looking at the sea. Oh, my gosh, Jeanette, that sounds so relaxing. So, so relaxing. I love that. I'm really looking forward to our summer trip. The kids have like, I thought it was like 2 weeks last week, but I counted wrong. But they have 2 weeks left of school now. Summer is almost here. I cannot wait. I am so ready for it. All right, let's go ahead and grab this is the brown ochre. And I am just going to fill in the rest of this space here. Like I said, she looks choppy now, but bear with. Bear with. It's a process. Oh, hold on before we go back to that. I got to remember, I'm not remembering to do, oh, they're so excited. They look forward to this trip every year. And, you know, it's with their grandmother and they get to see some of their cousins. We go visit my brother. Like it's a whole thing. So I'm just trying to remember to not forget the skin tone. I don't, but I have the, what is it, the red tin? I think it's the 320. I feel like 520, I would just get, yeah, it's got the, yeah, I feel like I would get so overwhelmed, like, with color choice. Like, so that's the 320, and then the Black Widows has, like, once you have all of them, there's like, what, 150 of them? Speaking of which, have I heard anything? Are they planning on doing any other sets for the Black Widows? I feel like that they would get a lot if people, like if they released a like full 150 set. Well, I guess Prismacolor's 150 set too, but I know Prismacolor colors so well. Oh, yes. Probably a while. See, my thing is I really like to have all of my swatch colors on one sheet so I can see them all next to each other. I would probably have to make these squares so teeny tiny. 180, that's what it was. Thank you. I couldn't. It's like 150? No, wait, that's Prismacolor. Prismacolor's 150. I was able to fit the Black Widow ones all on one page, but it was a struggle. Took you 2 weeks? Oh my God. Claire, about 4 hours. Ask me how I know. Oh my gosh, seriously. Okay, let's go in with sepia red now. And we are going to start to get a little bit darker. I'm going to go over that blush area. And I'm just going to kind of slowly layer over. Michelle. Well, gosh, even when I'm doing like, I'm reorganizing. So I did, let's see, do I have the swatch chart over here? Oh, so I did those Artix direct liquid markers. And so I did this one. But the original order they came in were in numerical order, but I didn't like how the colors were organized. So I did this one and I like cut out the pieces and I rearranged it. So my method when I do these is I fill it in initially, then I cut out all of these individual little rectangles and then I lay them out on my desk and I reorder them. The funny thing is I will like, I'll reorder them and then color it in, and I'll be like, I should have moved that color. But then I have to stop being OCD because otherwise I would spend so many hours. Oh, and since we have so many of you in here, if you missed it, the coloring community quilt is complete. We finished it. Everybody's got their names up there, and it is so fun to look at. I mean, it's just, what a cool project, right? 2 years. Hi, Angela. Re-swatching my Black Widows using Claire's family chart, family chart. It's taking me so long. I couldn't imagine the colors, right? Thanks, Kim. Right, Claire, you do such a wonderful job with your family, like the color order ones. I have people like, well, they'll ask, and I'll be like, oh, color family order, go to Claire. She's got the charts for that. So hopefully that sent a few over there. But yeah, no, because they take a while too. Like, oh, I went too hard on there. I've had some listed like on my downloads of ones I'm going to do, but I just don't have the time anymore. Yeah, absolutely. Claire, you have, wait, do you have a website, Claire? Or do you have them on Ko-fi? Where do you have your color family charts at? In fact, Shannon, or if any of the mods, if they know it, feel free to drop a link for that in chat because they're so helpful. For all the woomers. Oh, nice. What are your guys', does anybody here have the, is it pronounced Grabby or Graby? G-R-A-B-I-E. Like, I recognize the name, and I've seen it around, but is anybody familiar with them? I'm asking because they sent me a message and they want to send me out some watercolors. I said yes because I am curious to try them, but I'm not as familiar with them as I'd like to be. All 5 of the Bright and Bold sets for the Graby ones. I want to say Graby. I feel like my instinct says Graby because I feel like Grabby is I don't know, it's not correct. I'm going to start going a little bit harder too. We're definitely going to be using our blender at some point, but I don't want to rush building up these colors. Otherwise, it will end up being splotchy. Gray B. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Nessa. With a long A. Okay. That's what I was thinking. I was like, grabby sounds weird. And grabby is like 2 B's. Not that I even think grabby is technically a word in the dictionary, but you know. Charts are on her website. Okay, cool. Angela, hello. I have not. The only pastel pencils that I have, like I have pan pastels obviously, but I've got the Carbothello. I have the Carbothello pastel pencils, and I think the last time we used them on stream was when we did the Harry Potter Colorathon, and I used them on that Hermione page. Yeah, I don't blame you, Claire. I don't blame you at all. Hi, Allison. How are you? We are getting our base colors down. We have a long way to go yet. Obviously, because she's looking a little pale right now. Yeah, they were really dusty. I definitely don't reach for them. I would use them if there was a specific request, but yeah, they're very dusty and nobody sent them. I don't think. Maybe they might have been a gift, but the company didn't send them. But yeah, they were very, very dusty. So like these days, if I want to do pastel, like I'll grab for the pan pastels, but otherwise, not as much. Right, Angela? We were talking about that earlier, like so relieved. Oh, nice, Angela. Thank you, Shannon. All right, there's the link for Claire's color charts. But yeah, so I'll let you know how I like them. It's got quite a few colors in the set. So I'll have to check that one out. We're slowly building up more and more of these colors. We got this. But yeah, so the kids have been super busy. End of the year, school stuff. Pretty much every hour is accounted for. And poor Steve, he woke up this morning not feeling great. So he's home, but he's in bed right now. So little Emily has some stuff tonight. So I'm going to be super momming it around. Yeah, you've been busy over there, especially like your son's wedding and everything else going on. Okay, let's see. Let's do a little bit here. Like I said, this is going to get much darker, but we're just kind of building it all up right now. Let's see. And if the music's too loud, let me know. Right, yeah. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. Well, I assume you're feeling better since you're here. Add in a few of my own little lines. Okay. All right, let's go in with the brown ochre. Start to fill in some more. We're gonna kind of actually go over everything with this brown ochre. I keep forgetting the ear. If before we leave today, and I don't do the ear, someone yell at me. Sioux color and color are the same. I am not sure. I've heard talk where a lot of these, like they're all made at the same factory, so there are a lot of similars. Shannon, don't you have always the ear and the neck? Shannon, don't you have the Sioux color also? Or am I thinking Tanya? I know there's someone here. I know someone here's got it. I just can't remember. Granted, I can't hardly remember what I had for breakfast. I don't know if I put on deodorant. So, you know. Okay, we're slowly building that color up on her. And eventually we're going to use the paint markers also to eliminate some of these lines. She has very big eyes, but we are going to work with that. Okay. All right. So now I actually want to add terracotta to our list. Okay. So Mars orange, sanguine, terracotta. Here we go. Okay. Let's grab our handy dandy notebook. And we're going to add terracotta to the list. Oh, you have the color and the red tint. Yeah, those are the ones. A lot of those pencils are almost identical. Yeah. Terracotta. There you go. If anybody's screenshotting that, there's the list of where we're at. Set when you're paying that price. Same pencils at higher price, better name. Not so great. You know, I found that not all nice sets are created equal, for sure. All right, terracotta. I want to warm up her skin tone a bit. And then we'll do that brown ochre on top. That'll be a little bit more of the yellow, and it should all balance out. First issue, I have a color as the color names or not what they think, or maybe just Prismacolor break. You know, honestly, I feel you on that. I feel you on that. And then there's like the Brute Fooner. Is it the Brute Fooner macarons? I don't know. There's some pastel pencils that I was really surprised I like, but it drives me nuts because the names are all funky and spelled wrong. And yeah, because I don't want to go in like super hard and fast with the color. Otherwise it ends up streaky, and you can add a lot more variations in color when you build it up slowly. So I'm just kind of going over some of those darker spots because I want to make sure that we're leaving like kind of highlights on our faces. Macarons, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Posca pencils are way too much money for a set. It felt like I spent less. Skiller, wonder for the price for granddaughter. Ah. Wait, which ones are a Holbein knockoff? The Posca pencils? You know what I should do? I need to make a list of all the pencils that I have, and then I need to order them in, you know, what I've used most recently, and like go through and do like, we haven't used, you know, these pencils yet, but I also need to check to see like, are they available to everyone? That's why I don't use the Arteza pencils all that much, because they're just not as readily available ever since the company got bought out. Oh, Brute Macarons. Oh, okay, I got you. Honestly, of all the pencils that I have used that I was impressed with how much I liked them, it was the Artix ones. Like, they are surprisingly soft. Like, if I could not use Prismacolors anymore for whatever reason, if I was banned from using Prismacolors and I didn't want to use something that cost an arm and a leg, it would be the Artix ones. Oh yeah. Half the price in the US as compared to Canada. That makes suspicious of their quality. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah. Okay, so now do I want to add Venetian red? I kind of want to add Venetian red too. Yeah, I think it'd be a great option. Give her plenty. Little Steve, we got him like a full set of Crayolas, but he really likes it because we got him a pencil case to go with it and everything, so he's got all of these colors to choose from. All right, so we're going to add Venetian red to our list. Venetian red. Okay. All right, so we're gonna use Venetian red. And we're pressing a little bit harder now. I wanna get some of that richness in here. Yeah, exactly. Good morning, Della, how are you? Oh, nice. I haven't heard of those ones. Do you find the Artex ones scratchy? I sharpened them before swatching and they were still scratchy. Maybe just a bad batch. That's what I would guess. Was it all the pencils or was it like certain colors? Because I haven't really found them to be all that scratchy. But yeah, it might just be a batch issue. Okay. Can't forget the ears. All right, now let's go ahead and go in with our brown ochre again. I'm gonna press a little bit harder. Not a ton. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I wish I could do like a pressure plate under here so I could give you like a number of the pressure that I'm placing on the pencils. I feel like that would be the best way to accurately describe just how hard I'm pressing. Oh, yeah, maybe. Well, I was saving for the full set, yeah. Set with 12 pencils, basic, landscape, ocean, botanicals, yeah. Oh, Faber-Castell launches their new 20 colors. Miraculously spaced for the right. When do we know when they're releasing those? Because that's right, Claire, I don't know if you're still here or not, but you got to go see them like at the actual, I don't know if it was a shop or the factory or something, but you got to see the new colors, right? Okay, so we're just filling in late 2026. Ooh, maybe they'll get released by the time Johanna releases Wild Things. That's in the fall, I believe. Doing a birthday there. Awesome. Well, have fun. Right, Sue? But I share photos from the trade show. Oh, that's what it was, a trade show. Last year, and I've used them 2 times because I feel intimidated by the price. I'm afraid all life is honestly fair. Like September. Ooh, that would be cool. That would be so cool. All right. We're about ready to get a little heavier, heavier handed here. So let's see. We got warm earth. Ooh, yeah, let's get in some warm earth here. Definitely starting to press a little bit harder. She also has freckles, so we need to help those stand out by the time we're done. Technically September for the US market. Claire might be able to get her hands on them way soon. Oh, possibly, yeah, if they're on that side. My pencil is cheap and expensive otherwise, but why buy them? No, that's fair. Honestly, oh, July through September for new polys release. Yay! Honestly, with like the social media and YouTube and everything, it definitely encourages me to use like all of them, but I haven't used them in a while. I get a lot of requests for Crayola, which I get because they are like the quintessential affordable pencils. So if I can make a page work with those, I think it encourages a lot of people to like pick it up again, you know? This is very bright. There we go. That's a bit more accurate. She's still looking pale, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I won't leave her hanging. I always like to have that wow factor when we get to that point and everybody's like, wait, hold up. How did we get from there to here? I'm sorry, what? All right, let's go ahead and grab the chocolate. Let's see. Hi, Hada-san, welcome. Be on your birthday list, right? Well, let's see if they're gonna go. They'll be on like my Christmas list. Once again, not as bad as I seem. We're just, yes, exactly, right? And I think it really gives people like, I think maybe people get frustrated, like, oh, well, I don't have the nice pencils, so I can't do it. And so I like to do this to show like, no, like you can literally do it with whatever you have. Like some of us like the fancy stuff, but you do not have to have the fancy stuff to have fun with it. Those are a great set for anyone to get back in without making a huge commitment, right? They work well on Johanna's book paper. They're my travel set for a really long time, right? Yeah, exactly. Speaking of travel set, I'm trying to decide if I want to bring like painting supplies for the Oregon trip this year. I brought it last year and I did have fun painting on the beach, but it just wasn't super practical. So I may just bring my iPad and work on colored pages, because I also have a goal this year of not checking a bag if we don't have to. So I'm trying to figure out how can I when you're flying with kids, it's hard, but they each have their own suitcase. They're smaller, but if I could avoid checking a bag this year, that would be nice. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I am terrified of the chaos that is the airports right now. I don't know, has anybody been on a flight in the last month or so? How are things at the airports in general? I told Steve, I'm like, with the rate things have been going, we're gonna need to go there like 5 or 6 hours early. Yes, exactly. Because I've had people ask, like, what are my go-to favorite pencils? And I was like, well, it kind of depends on what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to accomplish. Hi, Emily, how are you? Are on the way back from Spain right now. They said it was chaotic. Oh my gosh. Oh, but how exciting, Spain. See, I would love that, to be able to live where all of those countries are so close. Like, that would be amazing. Told Steve, if he ever wants to get a job in the UK, to quote Bilbo, I'm quite ready for another adventure. It'd be great. I don't know, maybe I'm just tired of the Texas heat. I would be just as happy to move like back to the Pacific Northwest. Right, Shannon? Yeah. Actually soon, anxious. But 2-hour flight, see, that's amazing. Out of Austin last week, said it was fine. They were going to Chicago. My friend flew out of Houston, going to visit. It's very slow and chaotic experience. Yeah, we'd be flying out of Austin if we did it. That's our closest airport. In travel, I do is home, work, home, right? No, most of my days consist of home, dropping people off. Half my job is chauffeuring. Dropping people off at school, at work, running errands, coming home. I don't know. I've always got a full plate of work to do at home, and I don't really have friends over as much, because then that means I need, not that the house isn't usually clean, but more clean, right? You got to pick up the clutter and do whatever else. Anyway, you got to put on real pants. I don't know. Pants are overrated. Hi, Christine. You came at a perfect time. Hashtag pants are overrated. If it makes you guys feel bad, I am wearing pants right now, all right? I'm not just like, they don't see the bottom half of me during stream unless I get up out of my chair. No, it's always pants. Seattle for a month, half on the 31st. I know it's going to be crazy. Oh my gosh, yeah. Family north of Austin lives in Pacific Northwest. I don't plan on visiting until the fall. Hopefully airports are more predictable. Plus, I can't do Texas heat anymore. Oh my gosh, Allison, I'm right there with you, honestly. It's been cooler. It's funny because it was a significantly warmer winter, but like it was mildly cool outside. And for May in Texas, that's impressive. I mean, granted, we kind of had, the weather coming through, but still. Just because it means cleaning, right? When the kids were younger and I just didn't have a whole lot of socialization because, they were still in the diaper phase and I was just, up to my elbows in whatever else. I lived in an apartment complex and I had made friends with a couple of our other moms with young kids. And so we had our little, I made mugs at one point. We had what we called our coffee club, because once a week we'd bring the kids over to the apartment and we would hang out, have coffee, chat, whatever else. And honestly, it was perfect for what I needed then. But the kids are older now. Like, play dates aren't really a thing all that much. Also, I'm not allowed to use the word play dates anymore. We're switching to friends come and hang out also, guys. Oh, that's really... Hello? Oh my gosh. Hang on. I gotta fix that real quick. That is obnoxious. And now that's too dark. Hang on. There we go. Okay, that was obnoxious. Anyway, what I was saying is we have reached the stage where they don't want us, they want us to refer to ourselves as mom and dad. We're no longer mommy and daddy. We have grown out of the mommy and daddy phase. Makes me so sad. See me ninja dress them. Come on, right? Play with their friends. They're 20 and 17. Right? I know. I'm like having to watch. I'm like, do you want to have friend over for a play? I mean, a hangout time? I love that, Shannon. Well, like even still, little Emily she's not usually on the bus, but she was on the bus, and she told me she wanted to experience walking home by herself. I'm like, I'll hide around the corner a block down, but no, I'm not letting you walk home. Not yet. Not yet. We got to have a few more conversations about safety before we do that. I don't know. I'm probably staying too attached, but you know, I gotta do what I gotta do. Let's see. I'm going a little bit more dark on here now because I'm trying to refine the darker areas. I was like, my what? Right? Seriously. Lurk at the bottom of the driveway, then trick-or-treat. Yes, no, they are not trick-or-treating by themselves yet. I 100% do that. Usually what we've done for the last few years is they have a couple of their friends over and we go trick-or-treating around the neighborhood together. And then last year, little Steve's friend came trick-or-treating with us, and then at the end of trick-or-treating, like, can they stay for a sleepover? It's like, well, guess we're having a sleepover now. I don't know. We don't do a ton of sleepovers because I don't let my kids sleep over at people's houses. But if those parents are like, okay, yeah, let's do a sleepover, I guess. Like, you just so you know, they have the understanding you're not sleeping at their house. But no, I absolutely lurk 100%. I lurk as much as I can, man. That is like my number one job. Get them to adulthood and help them become useful members of society. That is my job. Okay, as you can see, we're starting to get some more of that shape to it. Very right, Gen Xers, 1980s. I didn't get a trick-or-treat on my own until I was 12. At that point, I was growing out, right? I agree with the sleepover thing. You never know who's coming. Someone else, even. Yes, right? Hi, Della. Wait. Why does your screen name look different? I don't think it is different. Anyway, hi, Della. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, little Emily has done sleepovers before, but they were at friends' houses that we explicitly trusted, like people we've known since the kids were babies. They were like the leader of the Girl Scout troop. So there are exceptions. But I don't know, have we been here 3 years? I don't know. The point is, I don't know these parents nearly as well as I did when, with the other parents where I was doing like daily play dates, Oh, nice, Sue. I love that. Yeah, hopefully we'll get to see my parents over the summer as well when we do the big Oregon trip. And if you're curious, yes, then we'll probably be working on this skin tone for the entire stream. I like to build up slowly. She looks terrifying now, but improvements will be made. Okay, let's go to, let's do terracotta again. Mother's Day, that's right. Is anybody doing anything for Mother's Day? Steve asked, but I was like, I don't know. As long as I don't have to make dinner, I'm good. The thing, you always see those things about, like when you're adult, just so you know, for the rest of your life, it's going to be a, what do you want for dinner? Every day, 3 times a day. Like, I don't know what's for dinner. Like sometimes I plan ahead and, it's all done or whatever, but there are times when I pick up Steve, more times than not, honestly. I pick up Steve from work, we look at each other like, we know what we're doing for dinner? No. Thanks, Claire. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yours is in March. I remember that specifically because the one time that I went and visited Johanna, it was Mother's Day while we were there, and I had made the trip with my mom. So I planned ahead. I had found a vintage copy of Anne of Green Gables at a thrift store because I had gone there to find I wanted to bring Johanna a gift. So I brought her a unique teacup. Anyway, I found that book at the thrift store. And so I packed it in my suitcase, and when it was Mother's Day, like in our hotel, I was like, hey, look, it's Mother's Day. So I brought her the Anne of Green Gables book. Right, Nessa? Exactly. Got Mom the cutest door sign, says, welcome to our home, but the O in the middle, you can change different holiday. Oh, that's cute. Changing, but she will love it. That's awesome. Dinner, yeah. Carrie Fisher's audiobook, she reads herself. Not my real mom. It's been a traditional. Oh, nice. Yeah, I think we're just going to chill. However, I think I mentioned it on stream last time, but I'm going to introduce the kids to Doctor Who this weekend. You know, it's good, good cheesy fun, and I love it for the first season, and I want them to, like, part of me wants to start with David Tennant, but I'm like, no, I need to start with Christopher Eccleston. And go from there. That's how I started. That's how I fell in love with it. The funny thing is the first time I watched it, I was like, this is weird. I don't know. And I had to come back to it. Oh, yeah, I feel ya. 68% through with One Dark Window. I've read all of her books right now. One Dark Window. Hang on. Because I am keeping an eye out for new books to read. What's the genre for One Dark Window? I'm in this lull of, waiting for my next monthly credit. So I went through and I tried to find like all the ones that you get when you have an Audible subscription. So I have like a list of those I was going to try. All right, so I'm going to do chocolate again, and we're going to start to go a little bit darker. We're getting there. We're probably going to go pretty dark for her hair as well. And all of these like white marks that you see, that's because we haven't burnished the paper yet. Eventually, once we get all of our layers, it'll be fully burnished and it'll be much more solid. Hi, Josephine, how are you? Did you watch The War Between Land and Sea? I haven't. What's it on? I don't know that I've heard it. War Between Land and Sea. Ooh, also, this is my check-in. And again, no spoilers because I haven't seen it, but where are we at with Outlander? Is it done yet? I've been waiting for it to be done so that I can binge watch it. Oh, Russell T. Davies, the part of the Doctor Who unit. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll look that up. 100%. Let's see. Make this a little bit darker too. We're gonna probably add some bottom eyelashes to her as well. Let's see here. This is part of the reason too why I didn't want to spend too much time on announcements today, because I wanted to jump straight into the skin tone, because I'd like to get her face done today. I mean, how are we doing? Yeah, we've still got like an hour left. We should be good. Let's see. Yeah, we're getting there. It's building up. Many layers you're doing. We also use a blender. Yes. So once I get to the point where I feel like I've got enough pencil on there, then that's when I use the blender, because as much as I use the blender kind of throughout, once you use the blender, you really flatten that tooth and it's a lot more difficult to layer. So I want to get as many layers as I can before I use the blender. When she's not looking quite as pale. I also need to do her lip color too. It'll be kind of like a dark rose a little bit. That's the real challenge when I do like Crayola, is when I don't use like a blender on it all and I just layer with Crayola. That's a lot of layers. Okay, so that was the chocolate. Let's go to woodland again. Let's see, woodland. Oh, answer the author's name first. Sorry, I should have put your, I think you missed it because of that. Oh, what was it? Hold on. Oh, Rachel Gillig is the author. One Dark Window is the title. It's a goth fit. Ah, okay. I gotcha. Rachel Gillig. Is it like a 3-part series or anything? Okay, let's see. Woodland. I can't remember what I was reading the other day. It clearly stuck with me so well. But I hate it when I get into a series and then I have to wait for the 3rd book. I'm like, come on. Why can't it all be out already? So I have to do my best to forget about the book until it gets released. God, these pencils are such a dream, honestly. Ah, thanks. Yeah, we're slowly building that up. You ever see like those drawings that people do with like colored pencil and it's like so realistic it looks like a photograph? Like that blows my mind. I don't think I would have the patience to do that. But also like I'm impressed by him, but I also like an artistic interpretation. Okay, so now let's do warm earth. Wait, were we just using? No, we were using woodland. Sounds good, Claire. Thanks for being here. So happy you got your channel back. That was just terrible. Right, Kim? Yeah, me too. Enjoy your kiddos. I just got the next 2 in Throne of Glass series on Audible sale, Tower of Dawn. Oh, I need to look at that. That's right. Isn't it like a sale, we're using Warm Earth? Isn't that like the 2 books for 1 credit deal? I need to go over that and check and see if there's any that I'm missing. Like I have all the regular ones. See, I have for ACOTAR, I have the original one, like the original narrator, but I really didn't like the narrator that took over on book 3. And so I was like, so when the the dramatized where it's got all of the different actors and when that one came out, I got that one and it was nice, but now she's redoing them again with another one. And it's like, I know that like part of it's a money grab, but also I kind of want to see it or kind of want to listen. 2 for 1. Yeah. Fair. Okay, let's grab the brown ochre. Okay, and we're gonna go over all of it. Starting to darken up quite a bit. Now we could use the blender now and it would darken it a lot, but I have a lot more like subtle colors that I want to add. So I don't want to jump right to that too quickly. Also, it'll look better when her eyes are done and her lips are done as well. Ears. Gotta remember to do the ears. There we go. She's coming together. Just have to say it again. It is so good. Okay, let's go ahead and go in with, do I want to do warm earth again? Because we're starting to get to the point where I'm going to start kind of burnishing it a little bit. Let's grab our Venetian red. Okay. Just want to make sure we get these nice rich colors in here. Okay.
Did you guys hear that they're having Jamie Dornan cast as Aragorn in the new Hunt for Gollum? Like, obviously, they can't cast Viggo Mortensen again, but also, can they please cast Viggo Mortensen again? I miss him. I don't know how I feel about Jamie Dornan as Aragorn. All I think of him is like 50 Shades of Grey. And like that one like terrible part where he was the hunter in was it Once Upon a Time? Yeah, Jamie Dornan. They're gonna have him be. I mean, the look is there, I suppose, but like he's got some big shoes to fill, man. I don't know how I feel about it. Okay, so what I want to do now, I think, is right, Josephine? Well, now let's see. Is it Viggo Mortensen or Viggo Mortensen as Aragorn? Younger version of Aragorn? Yeah, I think he has to be. Because if it's the Hunt for Gollum, well, no, it wouldn't even be that old. Because when they start Fellowship, Legolas and all of them, the only reason that they're at Riverdale is to tell them that they lost Gollum. Is that right, Steve? The Hunt for Gollum should take place only shortly before the Fellowship, right? Yeah.
Because
So,
in the Fellowship, when the Council of Elrond is meeting, Legolas wasn't called for a council meeting.
Yeah.
Legolas is coming to report that they lost Gollum.
yeah, it was coming to report that they lost Gollum. So really young in a sense, but only by probably a year or so. I don't know. For Lord of the Rings? Oh, no, for 50. Gotcha. Oh my gosh. There was this huge controversy that when the movie came out, actually, you know what? I want to do light. Yeah, we'll do light. When the movie came out, it had been playing on a drive-in screen that could be seen from the highway. Like, that is true. Aging Reverse is not a problem. People were outraged because it was right there on the highway. Like, they couldn't believe it. All right, so we have some highlights on her face and I want to make sure I get down before we add too much more of the darker colors. So we're going to grab our wheat here in a second and we're going to reinforce some of these highlights. Yeah, the 50 Shades one. It was on a drive-through screen that pointed at the highway. Oh, were people mad, which I get. Like, you don't want to have to explain that to your kids. All right, so we're going to do wheat now, and I am actually going to press a little bit harder because I want to start getting in these highlights. So I'm smoothing out the tooth that's right here. Let's see, I want to get it here. And we could always use a little bit of the champagne or white also. Right? Seriously, I mean, maybe because they can't hear it, but still, like, there's some trauma happening there. Okay. Here, yeah, we're definitely going to grab some white, I think, now that I'm seeing how this is looking. Oh, right, Kim? Like, grown adults, sure, but if kids can see it from the highway, I don't even remember which one it was. But, yeah, it's not smart. Right? So much so, Nessa. 50 Shades of anything, right? Hi, Ivy. How are you? Okay, let's go ahead and grab the white. We'll mark that down in our notebook. She's coming together now, coming together. Champagne could, but the wheat is already kind of a yellowish color, and I want to tone down the yellow just a little bit. All right, so we're going to put in the Chinese white. All right, so that's where we're at for our colors. Very long trim, lo and behold, SUV in front of us. Watch it. Oh no! Oh no, Tamitha, that's... yeah. I mean, yeah. That's what tinted windows are supposed to be for. All right, so I'm using white now. And this will pop a little bit more too once we get darker around it. Okay, let's see, go here. Definitely a little bit on her cheeks. This one. And up here. And then on her ears as well. Yeah, that's good for now. Okay, so now let's go in with woodland again. Where did I put it? Sepia, dark brown, Venetian. Oh, woodland is right here. Listen to Phil Collins and his window open. I don't think I'm over that yet. Soul is still. Isn't it Phil Collins that did the? Didn't Phil Collins do the Tarzan? Didn't Phil Collins do Tarzan theme song? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what it is. The You'll Be in My Heart. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wasn't he in Journey? Was Phil Collins in Journey?
I think he was in.
Oh, he's looking it up now. He did? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh, Josephine says, no, not Journey.
Genesis.
Genesis. Okay, yeah, everybody's coming in with Genesis. Hi, Bama Bound. We're like, absolutely not. Okay, so we are starting to burnish away that color a bit. So you can see it's starting to get a little bit darker. Everybody chat, absolutely not. It's hilarious. Okay, a little bit there. Susu Studio, don't play that, okay? Susu Studio. I won't torture you. Okay, I don't want her to look like she's exhausted, like she's got bags in her eyes. So we're gonna be working in some other colors here, but right now I'm just trying to work in where the darkest parts are going to be. No nightmares. See, I love the Tarzan soundtrack. Ooh, okay, if you guys could choose, what is your favorite Disney, like, not Disney movie, but like Disney soundtrack from a specific movie? Like, I love the Tarzan ones. Oh my God. Really? Oh goodness.
Can I just choose one song?
You want to choose just one song?
Yeah.
Is it Mulan?
No.
Oh, what is it?
Be Prepared.
Be Prepared is good. You never knew you needed Winnie the Pooh to be a villain.
Make a Man Out of You is a close second.
Yeah, Make a Man Out of You is good. Yeah, Mulan is good. Lion King, hands down. Yep, Lion King. Robin Hood. Wait, Pokey. What's Pokey? Oh, Pocahontas. Oh, I do love Pocahontas. Mary Poppins. Tarzan 1. Yes. Dude, I remember going to see The Lion King in movie theaters. It's funny, when my parents were here last time, we were talking about movies they saw in theaters. They got to see Star Wars when it was in theaters. Can you imagine? Lion King. Shrek. Oh, I love Shrek. Hercules and Aladdin. Yes. So many classics. Let's see. Darker here. Yeah, she looks terrifying, like when you're first getting the colors in, but when it starts to come together, Pooh, a villain, he really was. Well, the guy that was originally doing Scar for the song halfway through, what was that? Jeremy Irons. He blew out his voice, and so what's the name of the guy who does Pooh? I'm drawing a blank.
Cummings.
Jim Cummings, yeah. So halfway through, Jim Cummings took over and finished the song for him. These are all Phil Collins. No, not all of them. Not all of them. E.T., Return of the Jedi. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, gosh. Original Star Wars in theater. I was 11. That's so cool. Snow White, Fox and the Hound, but only when it was released, like a big anniversary thing in the 80s. Oh, yeah, that would be cool. Like, and I can't say it's like just the older ones that have good Disney songs. Like, there's been some ones that have really hung on. Like, you can meet my kids, the amount of times we listen to the Frozen soundtrack. Encanto has a lot of good ones. Lion King, Tarzan. Theme from the original Beauty and the Beast. Da, 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 da.
Coco has a good sound.
Coco does. You know, I haven't actually seen Coco. Didn't the kids?
Neither, but I've just listened to the movie.
The kids saw Coco, didn't they?
I don't know.
Can't remember. Well, I'm just excited to show them Doctor Who. Or they'll just see you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, Phil Collins did the ones for Tarzan. Uh-huh. I'm going to grab chocolate real quick because I want this part to be darker that's kind of hiding behind her hair. Like, it takes a while, but we're building it up, and I think that it'll be worth it once it all kind of comes together. Oh, Moana is good. Moana. Okay, Moana. Thoughts on Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in the live action? Like, I get why he did it, because he did the voice character. But, like, I know that they wanted to keep the same voice, but just, I don't know, man. Lion King, he did, yeah. Remember Me, Coco. I just feel like there could have been some better options for people that looked like Maui. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, it's none of my business. It's their movie. It's not mine, but I don't know. It just feels awkward. Has anybody else seen the trailer for it? Okay. Let's go back now to the woodland. We're getting closer to the point where I'm going to use the blender. But the thing with the blender is if you have uneven stroke lines, they will stand out more once you use the blender. Coco so many times. They used his face to make the animation. They did. Yeah, they used him, his voice, his face. But I just feel like he looks older than I imagine Maui to be. Cat in the Hat. My obscure video from childhood that I always liked to watch was the Family Circus Christmas. This paper is really nice, by the way. I like it. She chose well. Okay. So whenever I stop, I'm like kind of holding my head back and kind of trying to get a further away view of it to see how I like it. These pencils are such a dream though. I love them so much. He is. But I don't know, I imagined him as somebody like in their late 30s that just doesn't age. Oh, Home is cute. Oh, Home Alone. Okay, I was thinking Home too. Right. But I also get it because it would be way too hard. Like, they'd want to keep the voice, right? Ooh, let's go back in with that rust again. Make sure that we get some of this rouge on her cheeks here before we fully blend it. Maybe bring some of it up on her eyes as well. Okay, let's go back to the woodland. Oh, I don't know. Let me grab it real quick. Let's see, fantasy, folklore. Oh, hello, sir. Hi. Yeah, as soon as I stood up, you guys, he jumped up here. Like, are you rubbing your face? There you get face full of Paul whiskers. He's rubbing his face on it. Hi, how are you? Have the book you haven't compared. Let me just open it up here. Just do a quick hand test. Paul, you're sitting on it. What are we thinking that it... Does it have more tooth? Honestly, they feel similar to me. I'm not feeling a huge difference. Okay, well, can we at least just shift just a little bit? You're sitting on the rest of them. Yeah, now I got Paul butt pencils. Gross. God, no, I'm getting a new kitty. Oh, his name's Houdini. I love that. I believe Sue Studio. I believe so. Because the whole style and everything is the same. Let's see. Oh yeah, because it was Better Day Books. Schiffer Publishers. So Paul. Welcome to Paul's face. This is what it feels like to get made out with a cat, apparently. Because he is just... What are you doing? He's waiting for cat TV, is the thing. He likes to look out the window. Well, there's a cat yawn. And here's your close-up. Yep, there you go. This is now the Paul Show. Da, 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 da. Oh, Paul. Steve can see it. It's just his head. This is what we do now. This is all we do. Oh, did you hear Daddy? Yeah. Oh, Paul. He's a bit of a derp. His whole face. What are you doing? You just love the attention, right? Let's see. Were we doing woodland? I can't even remember now. Paul, you got me all kinds of distracted. I think we were doing woodland, yeah. All kinds of distracted, sir. Steve's talking to him. He may book it. That's why he's looking in that direction. Oh, Paul. Okay, let's see. She needs a little bit more color here. Oh boy. You're a funny guy. Oh, it has a big yawn. Paul's got a little bit of FOMO. He doesn't like to miss any of the fun. Steve has his back turned and he's just staring intently at him. Oh, goodness me, Sir Paul. You are a funny guy. Okay. We're at the window now. So he's standing at the window. I don't know if you can see his legs there. You're so funny. Hi, Early Port. How do you know when enough color has been laid down to start using the blender? So I have kind of, hang on, we're going to lighten this up because we got Paul Booty that's blocking the light. Because I've done this often enough, I can kind of feel when I've got a fair amount of layers here, but also I can kind of see like, okay, I can envision what it'll look like once I add the blender. We're getting close, honestly. We're getting really close. Let's see, I want to get terracotta. And I want to get a little bit more of that reddish hue. But the key for it is I need to make sure that everything is evenly blended, because as soon as I use that blender and I have like streakiness, it'll stand out even more. just so you know, Paul, when I get to the point where I'm using the blender, I'm gonna have you scooch down. We won't be able to see it as well. And then it won't be like I can't use any more blender after I'm done, but it will limit it. So I want to make sure I have as many layers as I'm comfortable with. Honestly, I think we're about there. All right, sir. See if he's gonna let me. Okay, hang on. We're gonna remove this mic here real quick. Okay, we're gonna lift. Oh, you're a big fella. There you go. Now they can see you. He says no, absolutely not. He's like, someone send help. He's like, this is not what I signed up for. Oh, see, now it's all like super bright because I had upped the brightness to make up for it. Okay, so we're gonna grab our blender now. We have our little tiny blender friend here. Okay, let's move our pencils over here. So we're gonna do the blender. It's not gonna look perfect. We'll smooth it out afterwards, but it should give us a better idea of what we're going for here. So let's just start here. Oh, forgot to put the headphones back in. And it's really gonna smooth that out. I mean, alternatively, we could have done this with marker, but I really wanted to go full pencil for this one. Now, I'm trying to be real careful to not go on the hair, because if you put blender pencil down before any color pencil, it's really hard for it to adhere to the page. But since we're kind of smoothing that tooth out now, we're losing a lot of that white, so you can see how much smoother it's going to be. Now, you don't have to have a blender to do this either. You could just blend and blend and blend and blend with your pencils. But I've kind of gotten used to this is how I do it. So you can see how much that smoothed it out. Marker in that book? I mean, if you wanted to sacrifice a page, I suppose. This is the Caran d'Ache blender. And I think I have a command for it, exclamation point blender. And if I don't, it's most definitely in the description because I use it all the time. So I'm doing my best. I went over on the eyebrow a little bit, but I'm trying to do my best to avoid that. Yes. Yes, and I could have, but it didn't. Like alcohol marker, not like a water-based marker. So you panicked? Well, yes, I could have, but I did not. So we're safe. We're safe. It's all good. So is it better? 100%. 100%. I have the Prisma blender. I've never really, I used it a little bit in the beginning, but it's so scratchy. All day, every day, 100% Caran d'Ache blender. I've done a video on different blenders before, but see, I need to smooth that out. That's not quite as easily blended as I would like. But no, I have yet to find, there are some other adequate blenders, not that all blenders are trash, but, sounds good. But this is the one I go for. Let's get the brush, sweep some of this away. But she's not done yet, so I was gonna say don't take it at face value, but I find that's kind of on the nose a little bit. Let's see, how are we doing on time? 11:32, we're great, because I don't want to leave today. I don't want to go too far over, but I really want to try and get her face done. So I'm probably going to skip the rest of her ears and neck for now so I can get this main part done, because I also want to get her lips done because it looks a little bit wonky with no color at all. Again, by the end of it, it'll all look well. Actually, we could probably use the blender on the ears and the neck too, since we're doing it. Bit blenders, quite a few. Yeah, there's a bunch. And I tried a bunch of marker and pencil ones too, but I always come back to this one. I love it so much. And it's so versatile and works with pretty much all brands of pencils. There's a reason I have an entire drawer of nubs. If I could somehow purchase a lifetime supply of these blenders, I would. I would go work at the Caran d'Ache facility just to get a discount on these blenders. Not a full flip through, but I have a little mini flip through that I'll be posting probably day after tomorrow. I try to, when I have videos scheduled to go up, I try to space them out like to every other day, depending on what I have coming up. Okay, so she looks scary still. Trust the process. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's get Ruby Earth real quick. Ruby Earth, here we go. And let's get our notebook. Ruby Earth. Again, my handwriting is atrocious. Please don't judge me. Yeah, she's not there yet. We're getting there. We're getting there. Let's see. I always find that making sure we add in the lips helps to make her look a little bit more human. So we're going to do the lips real quick, and then we're going to add the rest because this face is not done. I feel like I need to keep saying that. I'm at the stage where, like, if I was like working at school and someone were to come over it, I'd like want to be like, don't look, it's not done yet. All right, I'm going to use chocolate. I always find that when it looks like that awkward stage, like, just give it time. Trust it. Trust it. Okay. And then let's see. Let's do here. Let's do a little bit here. Okay. Her lips are just very, like, a lot. Okay, let's see. Not sepia red. We're gonna grab woodland. Sounds good. So welcome, or not welcome. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you for being here. 4th swatch bundle on Kofi. Oh, nice. Okay, I want to get right up under there. Okay, let's get a little bit more of that woodland here. Okay, a little bit there. All right, we're gonna use the blender real quick because the lips don't actually need all that many layers. And in fact, let's also do a little bit here. Shannon, are you streaming today? Okay. All right, now I want to grab the black, and I have that in a pencil extender here. So we're gonna write down black in our list. Yes, ma'am, okay. I have just put 1 layer of Inktense on a pick. Do it 2 layers of Inktense or dry coloring pencil. Do you mean like when you're layered? I guess it just depends on the look you want to go for. Okay, ivory, black. Sounds good, Carol. Thanks for being here. All right, ivory black. Give a little, I want a nice fine point here. Okay, now we're gonna fine tune it. So I'm gonna start with the black, the base of the hair here. And in fact, if you wanted to, probably when we're done with her skin tone, we could add some little wispies of the black because I am gonna be doing black for her hair. So if you wanna give her like little flyaways or, you know, like the baby hairs that are on the top. Okay. Knee deep in auction numbers. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, because I really want to finish her skin, but I didn't want to roll over to yours. Okay, let's see. Not a ton of black, but enough that we get that kind of slight shadow underneath. Just a bit there. Okay, for the ears. We're gonna go here. Basically, the crevices are going to be the darkest areas. Up under here. for her eyes. Let's see, let's do a little bit of black eyeliner here. Okay. Let's see here. Then I'm gonna bring it up here. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same thing here. When we do her eyes too, that will also help to kind of bring this to life. Okay, and for the nose, bring this out. I'm gonna do black in the nostril, a little bit across there. Okay, bring some up on the chin. Okay, under her lip. There we go. And we're gonna do under her chin as well. Okay, now let's go ahead and grab, let's see, that's sepia red. We'll get to that, but I want chocolate in more than ways than one. I would love chocolate. She is not. We are not going for Kardashian. I'd like to think that's a life goal that can be applied here. No, I'm sorry. That was unkind. That was mean. Just because I don't like them doesn't mean that everybody else should. They're living their lives. Okay, so we're gonna do chocolate. Okay. Yeah, I know, right? I already got scared. I got canceled. It's panicking, man. Okay. Well, I gotta imagine it can't be easy being under the eye of the public all the time, because I can guarantee you, if people saw my day-to-day life, they'd wonder what the heck was wrong with me too. Like, why has she not showered yet today? Like, well, I wanted a nap. That's why. Leave me alone. Okay, fair. Yeah, no, man, I already got scared with that canceling nonsense. Why did I suddenly lose everyone? What did I do? What did I say? I'm like trying to rack my brain, like, oh my gosh, did I horribly offend someone? I try to avoid the trauma. I'm sorry. Okay, so we're just kind of like defining everything. I'm so sorry, Kim. I'm so sorry. Priorities, facts, man. Well, I've been working on a lot of stuff. My plate's been pretty full lately, and yesterday I had a little bit of a headache, and I try to be as productive as I can, whether it's around the house or work stuff or whatever else. But I was caught up on videos. Like, I've got like 2 additional videos edited. The project I'm working on, I was caught up on that. And so Steve asked me when we met up at the end of the day, like, oh, what'd you do today? I'm like, I'll be perfectly honest. I took the morning off and I slept off my migraine. Like, that was my choice, and I'm rolling with it. True. I was curious about who they were, so flipped a thing with them. My superpower is smelling tooth decay. Oh God, I wouldn't want to smell that. That sounds terrifying. I mean, my teeth are fine, but what if you're like stuck on a bus and there's like a few people with cavities and you can smell it? Like, how strong a smell are we talking? I mean, I do have like a weirdly superhero sense of smell. Like, if there's ever a gas leak, I'm generally the first one to smell it. But still. You can see with the shadows too, how it's coming along, and it's starting to see the kind of semi-realism that I'm going for here. Right, Kim? Yeah, it's coming along. Hang on, I need water here. Unless they owned a bus and it was just them. Yeah, I'm feeling much better about the way she's looking right now. Okay, so this here. Do her nose. see, let's get a little shadow under there. I feel like we should get a little bit more dark there. Okay. All right, now let's go. See, that was chocolate. Let's go in with woodland again. Okay. Go. So we're just doing woodland, kind of smoothing out where those darker shadows were. I always remember, like, when it came to learning how to do skin tones, I remember asking Belinda, because some of you might not have been around when Belinda was streaming, but she did a lot of alcohol marker skin tones, so talented. And I remember asking her one time, because I was new to skin tones and I was like really hesitant to put down a lot of color. And I always think of it because she always said, if you feel like it's not enough, it's probably not. Like if you feel like it's too light, it probably is. And so that's why I try and remind myself when I am feeling too hesitant to keep adding more. Go. Okay, so now let's go in with a little bit of the rust again. I'm so glad. And again, I forgot her neck and stuff. We'll do her neck at another point. Okay, so now I want to grab the brown ochre. There we go. Okay. And we're going to kind of smooth all these edges out. Okay, smooth that out. And it is a little bit more yellow than I'd like, so we're gonna go over this ochre when we're done, but I wanna keep it all consistent. So I'm gonna finish with the ochre. We definitely still need to finish her mouth. Honestly, she's looking a little bit like, for mouth shape, she's looking a little bit like Keira Knightley right now, so we're gonna try and fix that. Somebody could totally color her as Keira Knightley, and I bet you that that could be pulled off 100%. Again, I'm kind of ignoring the ears and the neck right now. Okay, so now we're gonna grab the, let's see, what do I want? Actually, we're gonna grab, let's grab warm, do I want warm gray? Yeah, let's do warm gray, because I don't want it to be super light. We're also gonna come back in with some of that red as well, but we're gonna go in with warm gray right now. We're gonna tone down some of this yellow. And I'm at the point where I'm actually pressing pretty hard. Not so hard, obviously, that I'm gonna, well, chipped a little bit there, you know, snap the whole lead, but I am putting a fair amount of pressure on because we're getting close to being finished. And when we get to that point, that's when I feel like I can really lay down a fair amount of pigment. But it's really helping to kind of smooth out those lines, kind of bring everything together. But whenever I do a portrait, like I can't just start with like the hair. I always need to start with the face because that's the thing I'm usually the most excited to color. Okay, all right, so let's grab Venetian red, okay? And I want to go in and define a few more areas. Okay, so a little bit of there. Put some here. Not pressing super hard for this one because we're just adding some color in a few places. In fact, let's get the woodland again. I want to add a little bit there. Okay, she's coming along. Let's do a little bit more to her mouth here. So let's grab chocolate. These corners are going to get darker. Upper lip is going to be a little bit darker than the bottom lip. Let's see, I'm going to do a little bit there. Okay, and then let's get the Ruby Earth. There it is, Ruby Earth, okay. We still have some highlights on the lips to add. Let's see. Okay, let's grab the chocolate again. Oh, thanks. Bye, Linda. Thanks for being here. Yeah, it takes a little while to build it up, to be sure. There we go. Okay, let's see. Let's grab the, what did we have? We had the Venetian red. Okay. And we're basically just kind of fine-tuning it now. Any areas that were kind of forgotten about, like right underneath this eyebrow. I want to make sure that we get everything. Okay, let's see. Let's do a little bit more here. Right above the eyebrow. Okay, let's see. Let's do some here. We're gonna go across here just a bit. Okay. Same thing with the chin, because we are getting to the point where it's getting harder to layer it because we've gone over it so many times. So you start to get a feel for the paper, no matter what book you're working on, when you can kind of sense, you know, if the pencils you feel like it's sliding across more, that kind of thing. So, well, thank you. All right, so we're gonna go here. Like I said at the beginning, she was at that really scary stage, you know? But we're trying to get her to look, yeah, a touch more human. Okay, here's the thing. We could technically end it here, but we still have 10 minutes. I'm gonna take just a little bit longer. I wanna do her eyes, because right now her eyes are making her look not as human as I would like her. But here's what we're gonna do. So we're actually gonna grab terracotta again, which you've already written down. Let's see, where did I put it? Terracotta, here we go. It's nice and sharp. So I want to draw in like where, like we got, I don't know, what's this inside part of someone's eye called? I don't even remember. But it doesn't have it currently, and I want to make sure that we add that in there, okay? Then we're gonna grab our warm gray. For the lines in her eyes, like for her pupils, we're gonna kind of freestyle it a little bit. So we're gonna get warm gray. We're gonna go all the way across the top, bottom, the sides. We're gonna add a little bit of color to that. Thank you, everyone. You're so sweet. Okay, we're going to bring that up. Same thing in this corner. All right, let's get a little bit of chocolate, and I want to add just like a little bitty line there. Let's get some of the sepia red. Where did that go? Sepia red, here we go. A little bit in the corner. Okay, let's bring it down just a bit. Okay, that's sepia red. It's a little bit redder than I'd like, so we're actually gonna take the warm gray, tone that down just a bit. It's still a little bit brighter than I'd like, so we're gonna grab the white now. Like, I have a vision in my head, but sometimes it just doesn't look like that. All right, then we're gonna grab our chocolate back. Okay, there we go. All right, now for her eyes, we're gonna give her brown eyes. I'm gonna get a drink of water real quick. I emptied my cup over there, so I'm drinking out of a bottle over here. All right, so we are going to get Let's start with Warm Earth. If I can find, that's Woodland. That's Sepia Red, Warm Earth. Here we go. All right, so we are going to fill in all of this with Warm Earth. Okay, we're gonna ignore this little circle because we're gonna do our own highlights on here. Okay, so Warm Earth completely through. Even just with that, she's looking a little less soulless with just blank eyes. Okay, here's my black. So we're gonna grab the black. We're gonna give her a nice dark ring here. But we're also going to fill that in pretty close to all the way. Trying to stick as close as I can to the true illustration of the artist. She looks a little crazy eyes right now. Trust the process. Let's get Woodland. This one, yes, we're gonna give it a quick sharpen. Okay, Woodland. And go a little bit heavier here. Go lighter in the middle. Okay, gonna do the same thing on this side. Around the edges and then a touch lighter in the middle. We're gonna grab our black again. Okay, and we're gonna go heavier here. Gonna do some black across the top. Okay, let's grab our chocolate. I want to define her eyelids a bit more. If you hear that bell jingling, that's Paul. Okay, then let's grab our brown ochre. On the eyelids a bit. Okay, let's do that for that. Okay, then let's grab chocolate again. Like, I want them to be dark, but not so dark that you can't see what color they are. So let's grab our black again. We're gonna go pretty hard here. Nice and solid. Okay, let's hang on. We're gonna grab our blender. Right, when you add the color to the eyes, it just adds a ton. So much. Okay. Blend that out. It's gonna look a lot better when we get the highlights, but we're not gonna do the highlights quite yet. So I'm gonna turn this just a bit so I can do it at a more comfortable angle here. And we're gonna do our black. And this is when we're gonna kind of start to define what she would kind of be wearing, like as far as makeup is concerned, you know? Oh, I missed a little area there. There we go. Okay, so bring that as well. Bring some black up over her lid just a bit. I'm gonna define kind of this under eye area here. We're gonna do the same here. Okay, let's get some more warm gray. Do I want a darker gray? Let's actually grab some carbon gray. Carbon gray, and I'm gonna write that down before I forget, because otherwise I will. Where did I put the thing I was writing with? I haven't moved. Okay, well, oh, well, there it is. Okay, so carbon gray. Oh, it's A-Y or E-Y. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I only had the 24 set, and then Durban was amazing and gifted me with these for my birthday, and I have been enjoying them so much. a little bit, like she knows something. She's like, I know your secrets. You just wait. Okay. So we're using that carbon gray, and adding this gray to the whites of the eyes really just kind of gives it shape. Okay. Okay, I'm liking that. All right, let's get our black again. Okay, and what we're going to do is we are actually going to add to her eyelashes. Okay, so we've got some eyelashes here, but we are going to add a few more. So I usually always curve them a little bit, maybe overlap an eyelash or two. That one went a little bit long, but what we could do is take this ochre and we're just going to color that out, kind of smooth it out just a bit. Okay, so That, and then we're going to add some on the bottom as well. Bottom lashes are naturally a little bit shorter than the top ones, right? And we're working with the eyelashes. We're trying to follow the pattern of the eyelashes that are already on there. So now we're going to do the same to this one. And you want to wait to do this eyelash part until her eyes are completely done. Otherwise, you're just going to be going over it and smearing it. So eyelashes should be pretty close to the last step for you. And as soon as we add those highlights, it's really going to add to it. How are we doing on our? Oh, we're doing fabulous on time today. We got a lot done today. Okay, so before I do the highlights, because I want the highlights to be the very last thing I do, let's see, I'm gonna shape that up a bit more. I just want to go around and see if there's any other spots, because knowing me, once I put the highlight down, I inevitably smear it. So let's see. Oh, I wanted to do something with these black lines also. Hang on, let's look at our acrylic markers here. Okay, C51, I can't have it right here, but I'm gonna do C51. We're gonna grab a couple colors here to do the edge of the skin tone. I could use paint too, but I've been really into using these acrylic markers. Okay, in fact, we might not even need to use paint. Let's just use Posca for her highlight on her eyes. That will dry faster. So sorry, the markers are darkening. Let's go ahead. That's also a little bit too red. Hang on, we're gonna grab a little bit of white here. I don't need it to look like she's got pink eye. There we go. Okay, so let's make sure this is primed. Okay. All right, so we're going to do white dot there, maybe one there. Okay, same thing here. Okay, and if you really want to be fancy, you could add another one. Just right there. Adding the little highlights on it really just brings her to life. My hair was like Diana Ross's before I went blonde and shorter. She was so funny. I'd love to have hair like Diana Ross. Mine is thin and fine, but we make it work. Okay, let's do 3A28. It's a little pinker than I would like, but we should be able to go over it a little bit when we're done. So be careful not to get my hands on the eyes and the highlights. Okay, so we're gonna take this and we are gonna cover up these black lines a bit. That doesn't quite match the darker on the top, but we're gonna go over it. So matches it pretty well, actually. And it goes a long way. And obviously when her eyebrows are done as well, it will look a bit different. Right now it looks like she's, yeah, the white eyebrows aren't doing it for her complexion. But it's covering up those lines. I think it's working really well. Yeah, it's almost perfect. It's fabulous. Like, I'll use a little bit of pencil over it just to keep everything consistent, but covering up these lines sometimes really helps with the realism. So we're going to use the same color on the nose. Not that this is like hyper realistic, but the proportions are different in a way where it wouldn't be hyper realistic. So for what it is, I think it's turning out pretty well. Thinner now, yeah. Okay. That for the nose as well. Do I want to do it for that? Yeah, we're going to do it for this, and we're just going to use our pencils to redefine that kind of bridge. What is the name of that? I don't even know. Okay, for the bottom, let's do C51. C51 for the bottom here. Oh, for sure. Let's see, how does C51 match with it? It's a little bit lighter. Let's try S43. S43 for this really dark area over here. Yeah, that's a bit better. I like that. And these are the Arctic acrylic markers. Honestly, I have just fallen in love with them. It's a little bit more yellow than I'd like, but once it dries, we can go over it with pencil to kind of help it look uniform. Okay, a little bit on the neck there. And again, I'm ignoring the ears for now. We'll deal with that later. Okay, for her lips, they're obviously a little bit rosier, a little bit pinker. But actually, let's see, do I have S27 out already? I do. I don't know that I want to do that one. Let's do a little bit of pink, SA45, and then go over it with pencil. Leave the freckles? Really? Yes, we're definitely going to leave the freckles, and I might actually even add a few more. So this is SA45. It's going to be a little bit brighter, but we're going to tone it down. But I really want to eliminate these black lines for her lips. So right now, looks like she's doing a Got Milk ad. Bear with. Bear with. Let's see, definitely some here. Okay. And we'll do a little bit here, but we also want to add a little bit of highlight on her lip. I'm doing little lines to help show the texture. We'll do a little bit here. Okay. So now, let's see, let's go in and do the face touch-up because that way it'll give that just a little bit more time to dry. So let's grab Woodland. Yeah, we're not doing Got Milk ads here. And it's great, it doesn't flake up, so I can kind of go over the top of it to blend it in. Actually, we're gonna grab the chocolate for this one. Sorry, I didn't realize you guys can see. Okay. But I just want to give it a little bit of time to dry because if it's a really hard pencil too, it will scrape it away a little bit. So I just want to smooth it out just a little bit. Okay, let's see. While we're giving that a little bit more time. Oh, gotcha. Let's see. Okay, her lips, we did the, let's do Venetian Red and Ruby Earth. Ruby Earth and Venetian, let's see, Terracotta. Okay, Venetian Red. Okay, I'm not pressing hard because I don't want to scrape that up. It is just a little bit, but I'm trying to be gentle with it. Apologize if my head got in the screen. Just trying to very lightly go over that paint marker. Okay. So now we're going to take our chocolate because we don't want to lose that definition. I'm going to give this a quick sharpen. Thank you. Quick sharpen here. Okay. And we are just going to define it with the brown. Yes, I know the black defined it, but it was just not as subtle as I would like. Joe, thank you for subscribing. Okay. Go. I want to make sure that we don't lose this area either. Okay, let's actually get just a little bit of black. I know that line, that's from Herbie. Because Herbie, the numbers on his car are 5 and 3. And if you add 5 and 3 together, what do you get? 8 for Ocho. Okay. There we go. So we're just defining some of the shadowed areas now that we've covered it over. Okay. Yes, I'm using black, but again, it's more subtle. It's not just the big, bold black line. Okay. Let's see, let's do just a little of it here. Okay, all right, let's see, let's do a little, I'm gonna zoom out just a little bit because there we go. I'll finish up her ears later. And again, once we have her eyebrows, it will also help. Let's see, just adding in any extra little details I feel like it needs. Let's get a little bit of black here, just for the shadow. Okay. Okay. I think I'm pretty happy with that. I think when we get the rest of the stuff, we might like add a little bit to it if we need to. Let's see, let's grab sepia red. And I want to add just a little bit of that here. Because while I did want a warmer tone, I didn't want it super yellow, but with the yellow ochre, that was kind of inevitable. So we tried to tone it down a little bit. All right. Okay. Like for me personally, I feel like our eyes are a little bit big, but that is the style. So I'm trying to add my own twist, but still stay true to the style of the page. So how are we feeling? What do we think? I think I'm pretty pleased with that considering where we started. She was looking pretty scary at the beginning. Thank you. Yeah. Like I said, as we add more, we'll probably add, you know, do the hair, we'll probably add more to it and everything, but I'm pretty pleased with how we got on that. Like I said, I know it's questionable, but I think we got it to where it's good. All right, well, it is 12:10. 12:10. Oh my gosh, I've been in the South too long. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, the hair is going to be great. We're going to be doing dark, but we're going to have like some lighter brown on top to kind of show highlights. We'll have some individual streaks. It will be dark, but we'll probably add like a little baby hairs on the front of her hairline there. It'll be good. So yeah, I'm going to go now. Shannon is either live or should be live any minute now. So if you go ! Lurky, I don't know if Kenny or Angela want to put that in there. And Angela, did I say hi to you? I don't know if I said hi to you. Anyway, ! Lurky, head over to Shannon. She'll be doing her thing over there today. Thank you everyone for being here. Enjoy your Mother's Day. Have a wonderful Mother's Day. And I'll chat with you all later. Thanks for being here. Bye.